YouTube. This is Marcus with AllenValley, and welcome to another video. So today I got another shave video for you. This one is what we would call a quote-unquote vintage shave, and I'll get to that in a minute. So I'm just going to jump right into what I've been using and go into a little bit more explanation about the soap and splash as well. So again, welcome. Hope you guys are doing great. If you wouldn't mind, please like, comment, and subscribe below. Would really appreciate it. Love engaging with you guys. Love talking to new wet shavers, and I love hearing the comments about how people who are just getting into wet shaving or whatever, and just being able to show them new products, and I love that stuff. So so first I have my Adopted Acres pre-shave oil. Almost out of this stuff, by the way. The Omega Alum Stick. Harry's Post-Shave Balm. You can find that at Walmart. Let's see. The Timeless Razors Shave Bowl. I switched up my brush today, so I'm going to be using the Zenith Boar Brush from, I believe it's from Sterling Soap Company. Obviously they're on the handle, so I want to say this is maybe a 26 millimeter boar knot. And then, so what I meant by that this is a quote-unquote vintage shave today is the razor that I'll be using. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is just what I was told. Again, this was gifted to the channel by an anonymous donor. You know who you are, and thank you very much. But this is a World War II era Gillette safety razor. That thing's pretty cool. It's got some blade exposure on the ends. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, like right there. You can kind of see the overhang from the safety razor or from the blade. I'm curious to see how this thing shaves. It's very short. Like, it's real little. I imagine a razor like that would be a good travel razor. That's probably why it's the size that it is. If it genuinely is World War II era, then it was probably meant for traveling. So we'll see how it shaves. And so the reason I chose that to shave with today is because I have a soap that's kind of an homage to the old school, if you will. And this is from a series from this company. So this is Rex Supply Company, and the soap is 1944 shaving soap. It's a very unique smell. I like it though. So here are the notes. So we have bay leaf, bitter orange, clove, leather, cinnamon, allspice, nutmeg, geranium, rum, cedarwood, vanilla, and oak moss. So I definitely get the rum, definitely get the cinnamon. I'm getting a little bit of the clove, and the vanilla. It's definitely like it almost reminds me of a sandalwood scent. I was really surprised there's no sandalwood in here. But it has a very pleasant scent. It is essentially your atypical masculine scent. It's not super heavy. It's actually pretty light for what it is. Like off the tub, it's not real heavy. I am getting a little bit of that bitter orange now too. Some of the citrus is coming through. But the biggest standouts to me are the bitter orange, the clove, the cinnamon. I would say the nutmeg as well, the rum, and the vanilla. But it's a very nice scent. Again, really surprised that there's no sandalwood in this, because it does kind of give me a sort of somewhere between like a sandalwood and a bay rum type of scent. So if you like either of those, or you have some soaps in your shaved in that are either sandalwood or bay rum, this would fit right in and be an enjoyable part of your collection. So yeah, it's very nice. I'm excited to shave with it. And then I also have the matching splash for this one, 1944. So we have the that's why I called it like a vintage. We'll do like a era style shaving here with this one. So I'm excited. I have had Rex Supply before, just once. I had a sample in 1988. I had to have it because I knew because that was my birth year, so I knew I had to have it, and it didn't disappoint. I really enjoyed it, so I'm looking forward to this shave. We are on, as far as the mustache goes, I keep playing with it. We are in week 16 as of now. Today is Thursday. You'll probably be seeing this video maybe on Saturday or Sunday, depending on when I post it. So, but this is like day number 3 of growth, so I'm ready for a shave. So let's get started here. Hope everybody's doing great out there this weekend. This Sunday, obviously, is the Super Bowl. Yeah. Pats versus Seahawks. Patriots and Seahawks. I was just talking yesterday with Wes from Tennessee Whiskey Shaving. Shout out to Wes. And we're both football fans. Both of our teams pretty much fell on their faces this year. He's a Tampa Bay Bucks fan, and I'm an Indianapolis Colts. And both teams started off hot and just fell on their faces. Like, Colts went 7-1, and then they lost. I think they only won one game after that. They lost the rest. It was just pathetic. So I said, can you believe that we're here with Patriots versus Seahawks? If you had told me at the beginning of the year that was going to happen, it wouldn't have been what I bet on. So, so best of luck to both teams. I'd like to see the Seahawks win personally, because this is only the 4th time in franchise history that they've even been to the Super Bowl. So, all right. Got the pre-shave going. Gonna go ahead and lather up some soap here. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've had a Rex Supply Company soaps, but from what I remember, they lather very well. And indeed, they are lathering well. Smells good. Really, some of that bitter orange is starting to come out just on the surface level of this soap here. Alright, that should be enough. Pat that dry. Go ahead and work some lather here. So tell me, guys, in the comments, have you tried Rex Supply Company? If so, what were your thoughts and opinions on it? I mean, from what I can see on the lather, it's making a great lather. It's building right up. Requires very little sort of agitation to get the soap going, so you can appreciate that. The lather consistency kind of reminds me of like a Sterling Soap Company, so same sort of wheelhouse in terms of the quality of ingredients there. Alright, so let's get the face wet and we'll begin the shave. Here we go. Really good skin feel on this soap. Very comfortable. I don't know if it's just me, but I find that the best skin feel soaps that I have tend to have like lighter scent notes or just a light scent profile. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but all right, let's give this Civil War era Gillette a shot here. See what we got. Wow. It's knocking it down pretty good. I will say you gotta watch the angle on this because it will give you more blade exposure if you tilt it too much. It's a nice little razor. I'm gonna have to remember this thing. First pass done. I am very pleasantly surprised with that little razor. Like, guys, don't let these vintage razors, again, maybe it's just I'm finding out now, but I mean, there's something to them, you know? I feel like I'm back in 1944. Now this is cool. I think that the vintage stuff is like, I mean, you gotta think 1944. We're like, what, 18 years removed from that right now, from being 100 years, you know? So like, that was a long time ago, but in your mind it doesn't seem like it's that long ago, does it? Like, even I was born in 88, it still seems as though like World War II is just something I was learning about in school or something, you know? Second pass. Yeah, this soap is great. The skin feel is amazing. Again, I don't want to like compare too heavily because they're completely different soaps, but I would say if you like Sterling Soap Company, you're gonna like Rex. It's got a very similar feel to it in terms of the skin feel. And the scent is great. It is not overwhelming by any stretch of the imagination. Actually, it's quite light, which I really enjoy. That's just my personal preference. I enjoy a little bit of a lighter scent. I don't mind the heavier, darker scents. It doesn't bother me. Just my skin can be very sensitive when it comes to heavy fragrance. Like, I break out and it's itchy and no fun on my end. So if it's overly fragrant, I'll still shave with it, but it'll be a one-time thing. All right, second pass. But I will say that this Rex Supply Company 1944 soap, in addition to great skin feel, great scent, it actually has a really good glide too, especially with, again, a vintage razor. You're talking to, probably 80-year-old razor for the sake of argument. And this thing is just, it's just gliding right along with it, good. Excuse me, so rude. I said in lieu of a third pass, I'm just going to add a quick touch. Get that. Side to side motion going here. Right. That was a good shave, guys. Alright, so I'm gonna rinse my face, do a quick mow over pass, and then I will do the post shave. So give me just one moment, hang tight with me. About doing this. It's razor, but no, that's okay. Alright guys, that was a great shave. Really surprised with that vintage Gillette. I guess a classic never dies, you know. So let's do, I didn't get any nicks or cuts, thankfully. So, I think I'm just gonna jump right into the splash. Okay. On the splash, just off the top, I'm getting a lot of the bitter orange here and the clove. Yeah, very zesty. The alcohol evaporate a little bit. It's a pretty good burn. Not gonna lie. It's not from the shaving either. I know what it is. It is, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't think I am, but I could be. I always leave a room open for me being mistaken, but. Cinnamon. So cinnamon, to me, I get a pretty big reaction from my skin to cinnamon. Like, I don't know if you could tell, like my skin's already kind of like red right now. It feels red, like I can feel the burn, right? I'm pretty sure that's due to either the cinnamon or the clove, maybe. And you can see like the color of this too, so you can tell that there are, again, there's some darker notes in this scent. It dissipates quickly. I have had some that did not dissipate quickly, and that was rough. It burned for like 20-25 minutes, and that was no good. I had to get rid of that because I was just like, this is not comfortable whatsoever. So but yeah, this one dissipates quickly, but I'm pretty sure that like I react to like cinnamon, or it's gotta be cinnamon or clove, that is just unsavory for my skin, unfortunately. And we'll do the Harry's Post Shave Balm here. Gotta have this stuff around though, because this is such a soothing post shave balm. Any kind of inflammation or redness, this thing goes to work. Alright guys, that was a great shave. Again, can't say enough good things about that little vintage Gillette. That was so cool. Gave such a great close shave. Knocked down a good 3 days worth of growth, no problem. And the soap is very pleasant. I really enjoy this one. I don't have the entire line, but I do have a couple. So there'll be reviews on the ones that I have, going forward. But I do a rating on these soaps based on 1 to 5 for the quality of ingredients, the performance, the post-shave feel, the scent, and the artwork. That's my rating system. So it is a nice scent, I will say that. So for 1944 from Rex Supply Company, man, that's a good one. I'm gonna do a 3.75 out of 5, excuse me. 3.75 out of 5. I love the performance. I love the quality of ingredients and the post-shave feel. I'm sorry. I love the performance, the quality of ingredients, and the scent. Slight variation in points for the post-shave feel to me, and that's really, again, only because of the ingredients used in the aftershave. It just lights my skin up. I don't know, cinnamon or clove, one of the two for sure. Or maybe it's a spice of some kind. Maybe it's allspice, maybe it's nutmeg, something like that. But it just lights me up. And anytime I have a fragrance like that or an aftershave splash and I put it on my skin, I am just kind of reminiscent of that time that I tried one and it just burned my face for like 25 minutes. So whatever that ingredient is just doesn't agree with my skin, so I'm gonna pass on at least that ingredient part, excuse me. But I actually really like the artwork. It's I got the little guy with the that era of hat and stuff with like the feather in it, and it makes you think of that time frame. That's what I like about this. And when a soap does that and is able to capture that in the artwork, that's just, in my opinion, that's just proper marketing. So good job there. So yeah, 3.75 out of 5. Certainly no slouch. It's a good soap. Again, if you like a sandalwood type scent or a bay rum, this is going to fit right into that lineup. And it's just a good masculine scent without being overbearingly heavy on the fragrance. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Please, again, like, comment, and subscribe. I love engaging with you guys in these videos, and it means a lot to me to continue to be able to do this. So and I hope you're getting just as much enjoyment out of the videos as well, and learning some things. And I love the growth of this channel. It's been a lot of fun so far. So I really appreciate it, guys. Take care. God bless. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.